Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. As the title says, to Sarah and Xander get back together. Now, I'll be the first to sit there and say a hell no. They're toxic as hell. They don't belong together. They never belong together. Um, let's do roll call. Let's get this started. Amy H is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Blackmon is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Sean is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Crystal is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Blackmon, aka Mr. GQ. Ronnie Ron is in the chat. How you doing tonight? And Ronnie Ron is home early. Not Ronnie Ron. You know you're gonna have to be on your best behavior. Don't be making no comments about cat lady and babies or anything like that. Okay. Glad to hear that, Sean. And Queen of the South, how's the lovely Queen doing tonight? Good to see you as well, Queen. Hope you had a lovely day. Um, but yes. Now, as always, you know how we do. Hit the like button because it really does help. I feel like there's more I have to say. I'm doing good, Black Mom. I'm doing good. I survived, and I was so disappointed in myself yesterday because I went to bed so goddamn late, way later than I should have. I'm gonna correct that tonight, though. Ron says, "So what if she's knocked up by you? It's no big deal." Okay, Ron, just keep those jokes to yourself. You know, Cat Lady doesn't like it. Um, yeah, hit that like button. Um, exactly, Sean. Totally classy. Classy as F. I don't know. I mean, what did people think about General Hospital today? I felt like all the soaps were just mid, you know? They were just mid. Not bad, not terrible, not like the worst, just mid. Even General Hospital was mild today. And I'm okay with that. I'm actually okay with that. I know people have told me over time that not every episode is gonna be super great. I get that. Um, and Ron says again, hell to the effing no. Dan and Sarah are boring and it's like watching paint dry. Duly noted. Sean says, I think Britt and Jace will see each other next week. Time will tell. Time will tell. Um, but you got to sit there and you got to sit there and wonder why did she fake her death? Okay, if that's the case, why did she fake her death? I didn't really I didn't really care one way or the other on. I mean, the only thing that I found it interesting was that I didn't know that Chad was claustrophobic. I didn't know that. I did not know that. Yeah, exactly. That's the question, right, Sean? That is the question. Why did she fake her own death? And you know the thing is, when Jason came over there, it's like It almost seemed like Jason was Smith there asking Anna to talk him out of going, talking about this whole idea. Because he came over there, he was like, "Hey, listen, Britt's alive," and he even said he was like, "Listen, everyone has been Smith there telling me there's no way she could be alive, but I felt like if you told me, you know." But then Anna was like, "Well, if I told you that Britt wasn't alive, would you have stopped looking for her?" He was like, "No." Then what did you go over there for? Hell, even when she sat there and said, even if she is alive, she faked her death for a reason. Maybe you should sit there and respect that. And then he takes that, he's like, so what you're saying is that I should sit there and go and look for her. I feel like Anna, oh, had feelings for Jason. I don't know why they stopped that shit. I guess they had to sit there and listen to a bunch of whining crybabies. Oh my god, I don't want them together because of Robin. Or some dumb shit. I was here for it. Okay, I was totally here for it. Exactly. Oh my god, he's he she's too old for him. I mean, he was with Robin. So, unfortunately, Sean, unfortunately. Oh, okay, cool. So you're trolling. I got you, Ryan. I figured that. What's good, Krista? Krista Ramirez is in the chat. It's still just so odd to me that they couldn't bother to get somebody else to play Blaze when it came towards Natalia's funeral, right? Because that's what that was. I mean, it's a service, it's a funeral, and you only had two people that showed up. Not even two people. It was just Sitwell. What's good, Jonathan? It was just Sitwell. Come on, seriously? That's pretty whack. Oh, thank you for reminding me, Jonathan. I gotta put my ugh, I gotta download Hulu on my phone into my PlayStation. You can actually update. But I want to, even though Cat Lady spoiled it, by the way, even though she spoiled the whole game show, which I'm like, wow, okay, but I'm still gonna watch it anyway. Fucking love her, but she spoiled the shit out of it though. Um, yeah, it's not your fault, Jonathan. It's not your fault. She's the one that spoiled it. I'm like, goddamn, girl. I mean, she literally came in and said who the winner was. I was like, okay, I guess. I was like, okay. Um, I don't know. I don't know about this episode. I don't know about this episode of General Hospital. Um, apparently, what you call it? I know, right? He just took the whole. Ooh, what's good, Monique? And this is why I love her. This is why I love her. Too freaking bad. Get over it. Oh, told me. Told me. Oh, it's on. Oh, it's on now. Exactly. What's good, Monique? Yes, I did, Jonathan. Sammy's coming back. Um, and EJ's gonna do something terrible, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna try to use his relationship with Yeah, I did too. I did too, Monique, because wait, what was the previews again? I guess I got to rewatch it again. Oh, she accepts the ring. She accepts the ring. You know, that was asking a lot of good questions today. He was like him and I forgot her name. Um, Bridget was like, we just want to know how you pulled it off. Yeah, okay, I'll answer soon. I'm so busy right now. I mean, not like when I'm busy, I'm like really, really busy. But like she was just like, I'm so busy right now. And it seems as though Finn is gonna make her come clean. Finn is gonna make Grace come clean to Liam and Hope about his so-called tumor. Krista says it's still okay. B&B is still wash, rinse, and repeat. Well, I don't know. Yes and no. Arden says Albert Lucas was irritating the heck out of me today. Like Bobby didn't approve of Sonny and Carly being together, sure, but for the most part, Bobby stayed out of their relationship. Lucas needs to be gone. Get his ass up on out of goddamn town is what she is saying. Um, what the hell I was gonna sit there and say? Jackson says, "Do you think EJ and Bell will last? Probably not. Unfortunately, that's the thing though with EJ's relationship. His ever since I started watching it, ever since I started watching it, his relationships always go right into the ground. Always. Sammy, Nicole, Sammy, Nicole. Now Bell is going to be the latest one. It's not even a comment. Okay, I'll read your comment, Ronson. Ryan said, "I would thank God Sammy's coming back. To Salem, I hope that she tells the judge about D.A. Bell and A.J. DeMera are involved." Queen Janet, the articulates were born. Yo, I put that shit on mute. Like I put that shit on mute. I was not playing. I put that shit straight up on mute. I put that shit straight on goddamn mute. Johnson says Days barely had a cliffhanger. I don't remember what their cliffhanger was. Like what was their cliffhanger? Oh. Oh yeah. Xander saw Sarah and Brady hug. That was the cliffhanger. And of course, Gwen's desperate ass and that they're clinging on to Xander like for life. I'm like, damn, girl, have some self respect. Jesus Christ. Dude is literally sitting there trying to enjoy his meal by himself, and hey, you come needy ass Gwen sitting there be like, oh, I see you're eating alone. Yes, he's eating alone, and he pretty much has resting bitch face, right? And her dumbass just sits down, and he's like, check, 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 check. Finally, he just put money on the counter to the left. Meanwhile, you haven't heard Smith sit down their way for what? For what? Girl, you ain't got nothing else better to do in this town, do you? You came back here for business. What business did you come back here for? Cat Lady says I skipped past all the Lucas scenes today. I can't. Jenna says GH was good this week. Bold is really a disappointment with Italy. It's because they keep having the same. It's because they keep having the same conversations with fuck with with Brooke still begging Ridge and Taylor saying like she has to constantly defend her relationship with Donna and Katie. Ryan says, "Don't you ever put that disgusting picture of fake ass Belle and EJ ever together again on screen. So nasty. So nasty." Okay, so Ron, what you really mean to say is, Ariana, how you doing tonight? Um, it's good to see you. So, Ron, what you're really that they're saying is that I should find more pictures with Belle and EJ so I can put them up for next week. That's what you're saying. Okay, cool. So I'll make sure I find some more pictures. Thank you. That's a good idea. Johnson says, well, Gwen should move on because then it clearly doesn't want a ride or die chick. Yeah, he'd rather sit there and be dealing with somebody who he constantly has to sit there and be um oh where is that picture anyway? Where is that picture? Oh, Ron, you talking about this picture? I think this is a new one. Let me know if you saw this picture before, Ron. Why the fuck is this taking so long? I want tough. Is this the one that you're talking about, Ron? Don't worry, in a few minutes I may sit there and try to find some more and put them up there. I know how much of a fan you are of those too, so I want to make sure that I'm Thank you, Krista. Yes, hit that like button, people, because it does actually help. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We got 24 people in the chat. We got seven. Okay, we got 8 likes now. So but don't worry, Ron. I'll make sure when I switch over, I'll find some more pictures of your favorite couple. Okay. Uh, Aaron says Marcus should be glad all he got was just kidnapped. Exactly, because if he, what I'm saying, like that's what even with Lucas, I'm like, bro, you are really pushing your luck with a real mobster. Well, you're pushing your luck with a fake mobster, but if it was a real mobster, Johnson says if EJ and Bell's fling implodes, maybe EJ and Gwen could be a thing. Yeah, that'd be good. Be a backup. Um, at least I would probably enjoy her scenes a little bit more. And look at that, they'll both have an accent. They'll both have a British accent. So wow, Ron. Uh, where are you at? I can always see. Oh, that's so annoying. Monique says Marco must have put it in on Lucas because his blank got Lucas going insane. And of course, Sean says I fast forward through Natalie Grimes scenes. I mean, Sean, are you sitting there saying that when we do our member circle, you may want to see some more pictures highlighting Natalie Grimes? I mean, Alexis Davis. I think that'd be kind of cool, right? We could do a night where we celebrate Nancy, we celebrate Alexis. Put the spotlight. Oh, okay, Sean. That's what I thought that you said. Okay, I'm sorry. I read it a little off. I thought that's what you meant. Johnson is exactly a British couple who would intimidate the town. That would be fun. Yeah, she might actually somehow make his character. He may somehow make her character a little bit better. I'll be doing my hair. No, you won't, Sean. No, you won't. You're right there with the rest of us. Cat lady, that's a good idea, right? Sparkle says, Albert, who do you think Bridge Sports is? Victor, Spencer, Faison. Okay, Victor, Spencer, Faison or someone different? I would want Faison. I don't see Spencer, so I would want Faison because we already had Victor. Like I think it was like 2 years ago, but we have this. We had what you call it. We had what you call it. Victor Johnson says it would remind me. It will remind of watching the originals. Was good double say no. I just I that's just how I read it. I thought he read that he wanted to do a an Alexis Davis night. That's all. Um, there's another cast on though too, not Phase on Starvos, right? Maybe they can bring him in. I'll be cool. Listen, I'll be cool if they bring in Starvos. Whatever happened to Starvos anyway? I think that'd be cool. They bring in Starvos. Starvos is dead. Victor was presumed dead at one point. Honestly, tell you the truth, Britt was presumed dead at one point. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, yeah, I get what you're exactly, Jonathan. Yeah, and I get that, but I'm also just like, so is what you call it. Oh, you said that, Jonathan. But yeah, so is what you call it. But Starvos was fun. Yeah, happy Friday, Tracy Steve. But I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Tracy says, I guess they're rewriting history. It's not the first time, right? It is not the first time that they rewrote history. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Jonathan, yeah. Stardust. Let's see if I can do something. No, that's not. Jesus Christ. Okay. Uh, it's like I try to what you call it. I try to screenshot it, but I don't know. Wasn't working. Not just was reminded why I stopped watching. Also, I'm sure Stefano, who I've never seen, is alive with a new actor. Yeah, I mean, I get it, Spider. Like, Dave, okay, so like Dave's was mild, right? Dave's was mild. So was GH stuff. We're gonna be honest. Like, honestly, tell you the truth, Spider, GH and Dave's was like kind of nearly on the same level. We're gonna be honest. Ron said you should put up a picture of E.G. Demerit and Cat Green. I want mine send Bell for a brain scan or even better to a mental institution. Oh, so what you're saying is you want more coupling pictures of Bell and AJ. Okay, all right. Oh wow. Oh, it's the wrong one. What happens if you just have too many goddamn water bottles? That's true. But Jonathan, that may be a way to get close to EJ. Okay. What's good, Deluxe? You know, Jonathan, I didn't know that EJ was, I mean not EJ, Chat was claustrophobic today. You know, I think that cat messed with the elevator on purpose. I don't know why. She didn't seem like she was really too surprised, and she seemed like she was way too calm about it. Krista says, "Thank you for doing the General House review today. I could not keep my eyes open trying to watch the show today. It was so boring." Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, it was mid, you know? That's what I said, like GH and actually, to tell you the truth, I think all of them was pretty much kind of mid, you know? All of them was mid. I was not watching that. What's good, Shakira? They're gonna kill off Chad. No, they're not gonna kill off Chad. Connor Floyd, the guy from The Young and the Restless, is going to play Chad. So Chance from The Young and the Restless um is going to play Chad. They're not killing them off. Yep. So I don't know. I don't know who. Yeah. Yes, they are recasting the Hobby. I saw some of the comments online though too. Um, and Shakira says hi to everyone. I mean, people already don't like Leo, and they're kind of just like, oh, they should just get rid of them both. It's gonna be okay. But you know, Jonathan, it is gonna be weird though for a little bit, right? It is gonna be weird for a little bit. Deluxe says Lucas is getting on my nerves, so he can't have a relationship with Carly and not like Sunny. I mean, my whole thing is like I feel like he's picking. You know, on some level, I feel like he's picking a guy that he met like 3 weeks ago, as opposed to. And I never remember Lucas being in the middle or just kind of, you know, going along to get along with Sunny. Kristen says, speaking of getting rid of both, I nominate Lulu and BLQ. No, Ron, I don't. I don't hope that. I don't hope that Sammy tells the judge and be a tattletale. No, I don't like tattletales. There's another reason why I didn't like Tate. Another reason I didn't like Tate. So no. Well, but that's the thing, though, Jonathan. Getting used to the idea is one thing. Watching it is another thing. That's the thing. Watching it is completely different. It's not so much getting used to the idea, it's seeing it in action. That's the part that's going to be, the jarring part. Sparker says I was right that Britt was with Hunterson's. Now will I be right? I don't get it. You just said I was right that Britt has Hunterson's. Kyler says now he don't like snitches. I've never liked snitches. Well, okay, Cat Lady. I see where you're going. It depends on what it is. Ron is just not there saying that because he wants Sammy to screw over Belle. What's good, Queen Jess? Eh, maybe one day, Jonathan. I don't know. I mean, I think that that story was so big that I don't know if it's, I don't know if the fans is ready to sit there and have him back again. Remember when he was on for a while, right? He was on for a while. So to, you know, have him back, I don't know. Because his stories, his arcs are like, I mean, it's like a whole goddamn arc. Exactly, Jonathan. They need new villains. And that's something else. Like why, even when they brought back Clyde again with all this newfound power out of nowhere, it was like, what? Yeah, Kristen. Um, he's definitely being out of pocket. What's got Island? He is hella being out of pocket. I don't know what PFP is. And Shakira said her Damaris returning. I mean, for the last couple of days, Spider, it's been hot as shit. And today it was kind of chilly. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it was good because I had my latte, but like it was kind of chilly. It was kind of chilly in the morning. It evened out in the afternoon, but in the morning it was it was a little kind of chilly, to be honest. Yes, Kristen, I love the Hook Killer story. Um, Ron, I'm a hater. Okay, all right, cool. That could be added to my list of names. I've been called that before. Spider says, "I love the rain and the snow." Yep, yeah, we are totally opposites on that shit. We are really opposite on that shit. I cannot stand the goddamn snow. I literally cannot stand the fucking snow. Exactly, Jess. I'm like, I don't like being all hot and sweaty and like that shit just brings you in a bad mood. And it's like, I like to sit there and get my lattes and stuff, but I cannot justify getting a latte in 90-degree weather. Like I can't do that. I can't. What's good, Sean? No, I just don't like I just don't like the heat in general. Well, I mean, no, with the snow. Driving or taking the bus is still annoying because you gotta go out and wait outside and everything like that. Like that shit is annoying. Kelly says, "Whatever, sir. You love the heat. Remember, that's what you love." I also said that I love you too. So what's your point? Jess says, "I don't hate the snow. I just deal with it." I mean, hate is kind of a strong word. It's an inconvenience. That's my thing. It's an inconvenience. Um, you lie like every day. Cat lady, you stop it. If you start, What? Exactly, Kylie. Don't you start being a bad girl. This is good. Sure thing, Ron. Sure thing. Shakira says, I don't what? No, 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 I don't what? I'm not feeling the actress. Cat lady, you stop it. And you know I do. You're just being stubborn. But look, she just joking. She likes to be stubborn. Part of her charm. Um, but yeah, Shakira, the actress is just not working. The actress is just not working, Shakira. She hasn't been working from day one. Um, and here's the thing. I tried to give her a chance. I really have, but yeah, that shit just ain't working, and it's unfortunate. I mean, Island, I can take her or leave her. I really do think they just have way too many people on the show, and like it's okay if she's back, but like I'm not like rah rah about it. What about you, Eileen? Sean says Josh interacting with Britt. Josh interacted with Britt. I hope she says thank you for. Yes, I mean it. That's the least she could do, Sean. She didn't show up to her goddamn funeral. Double C says I cannot stand the sun. I know it's there to heat the earth, but ever since the 90s, or as far as I can remember, it gets hotter and hotter every year. I just don't like sitting there being in my room sweating like a little goddamn piggy. That's my whole thing. Kristen says I also think it was crap that she did not show. Yeah, yeah, it's always gonna be out of pocket for me. Was good, Big Nate. Starkirk says I know I love this Bristol line, but do you think Rick Kelly T will stick around at least? I mean, it's a possibility, but at the same time, I look at it and I'm like, how long did Jonathan Jackson stay? And Jonathan Jackson was on the show longer. You know what I'm saying? Like Jonathan Jackson was like, I don't want to sit there and say so royalty, but like here's the thing: if they couldn't get shit right with Jonathan Jackson, I don't know how they're gonna handle Kelly T. But same, Kristen.
You know the thing is, Spider. I'm very curious to one. I'm very curious as to why she came back to the show. Very curious about that. Like, what made her decide to come back to General Hospital? Johnson says we still have the arrival of Erica as Vicky to look forward to. Yeah, if you're a One Life to Live fan, and it check what else? See, that's the that's the problem with Dex, just because Dex never held her. Dex never held her feet to the fire. We're gonna be honest. Dex was the type of person that sat there and was like, he wanted to sit there and sell people out and everything like that, crying and everything like that, just to try to sit there and get his girl back. Like, yo, seriously, F Dex. Like, I'm sorry, but like, Firecrook says, I think Kelly would stay around because of Steve. She says she wanted Britt and Jason back. Okay, but hey, checking with us. I guess I missed that. I mean, here's the thing. Dex wasn't a he wasn't a bad character. It's just when he did that whole turncoat shit. That's when I was like, all right, bro. Yeah, because he wanted to sit there and try to make it seem like, oh, I did it because um. Jay Blue says you and I see differently when it comes to Dex choices. Yeah, fair. That is fair. But that's what But that's what makes it so fun, though, right, Jay Blue? Why do you not like Joss anymore? Very curious. Why do you not like Joss anymore? No, 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 no. Not gonna be staying. He's not gonna be sitting there bowing down the um, control freak um, trainer. Not doing that. That's what we're not gonna be doing. Oh, she ain't staying long. You know that, John. You know that. She's doing Hallmark movies, directing. You know she ain't staying that long. That's see my issue. My whole thing is, Jonathan. It's not about the longevity of how long she's gonna stay for. It's it's she gonna be interesting. Back in the day, she was called Hurricane Sammy for a reason. But her last go around was, eh, what the hell's my goddamn music at? Well, that really depends, though, right, Kristen? Because yeah, you can sit there and look at that and say that he snitched, and I can sit there and look at that and be like, he didn't compromise his principles. He did not compromise his principles. It wasn't about what kind of person Drew was. It was what kind of person Kai was. That's what people don't seem to understand. They just They just want to sit there and say, "Oh, well, he betrayed Trina." Well, he was going to sit there and portray. He was going to sit there and portray his own principles. I feel like principles just doesn't matter to some people at times. Well, Kai ain't no ride or die man, so bye. Now, if that means standing on his own principles, then sure. Like, sure, that's cool. That is totally fine. What's good, Freddie? Okay. What did you write? Um, but Ron writes, I hope that Sammy sticks around for a long time, tired of seeing Belle obsessed. Just put her in the effing mental institution. Oh, okay. Just says it's crazy how Kai is so loyal to Drew. Is it? Oh, it's an interesting way of looking at it. What else my goddamn music at? There we go. Because when you really think about it, and so I'm gonna start off with this. I mean, think about it. He didn't know him. He paid for his surgery, gave him an internship that's probably going to sit there and go far when he goes to like colleges and stuff like that. He's been nothing but nice and generous to him, right? So why wouldn't he be loyal to Drew? He doesn't know Drew like most of the other people in the town know him. So it would totally make sense. It's not picking Drew. It's not picking Drew over his girl. It's well, like I said, it's literally not there standing up for his principles. He saw something wrong. I'm not saying that he can't like him, respect him. I'm saying choosing him over Trina is insane. But how is he true? How is he choosing him over? How is he choosing him over Trina? He sat there and looked at the situation. And was like, you know what? Listen, I'm not going to let Drew. Uh, he let his relation. He let his relationship end because of Drew. He saw an opportunity that, well, no, like no. Regardless of why he did it, Freddie, from Kai's perspective, he saw that as like, wow, that's really nice that I'm doing that. It's not the freaking point, my love. It's not an either or. He sat there and said, you know what, Drew didn't do all this stuff, and I'm not gonna sit there and let him go down for something that he didn't do. You know? And he's not clueless. He understood that he betrayed Trina's trust, but he had to do that in the expense of what was the alternative? Let somebody get blamed and get shitted on for something that he didn't do after all the kindness and generosity that Drew has did for him. Okay, we gotta move on. We gotta move on because I really feel like first of all I feel like Cat Lady Smith there. And just too, it's not they're talking about it from an emotional point of view. Sean says Sam was annoying with her slow voice. Sam, what Sam are you talking about? But the sad thing is, Freddie. No, I don't think it's actually sinking in for y'all. But we gonna move on now. Cat lady, you love me. Stop it. Kristen says, why does his loyalty begin and end with Drew? Stella encouraged for good to him too after the action. Yeah, yeah, and I get that. It was no, no, Freddie. I'm 100% sure that it's y'all. But Tamara says emotional. See, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I mean, it's kind of true, but I didn't say that though. I didn't say that. I mean, it's 100% true. I can see that, Sean. I just, you know how I do, Sean. I just, I like to educate people. That's all. But you know what this comes from? Like I said, an emotional response. Let me put it this way. What are you talking about, Cat Lady? We're an item. Um, you know what it really comes down to, though? No, I don't need any help, Ariana. I'm totally okay. Here's my thing. I think it's okay. Let's be honest. I've said this before, and this just makes sense. I know Island. I love it. That's why it's Island. That's why I sit there and say that Ron is my jester. Don't you throw me under the bus. I want you. But no noodles, okay. Kristen said just take the L. Here's the thing though. Wow. See, Sean? That's love right there. I know. Oh, that dude that Ted is working with has made a play for Nicole. But I will sit there and say this, and then I'm done. I will sit there and say this. The reason why most people are not looking at Kai's point of view is because people don't like Drew. Thank you, Kristen. I appreciate that. I'm sorry you had a rough day, but I'm glad you can laugh, even if it's at my expense. I appreciate it. That's exactly what it is, though. Oh shit! Damn. Sorry to hear that, Island. I would have. I'm not gonna lie. If I would have misplaced my phone, I would have been freaking out for a couple reasons. Let's just sit there and say I have things on my phone that, well, I would just be freaking out. I can't have that happen. But I don't know. I feel like that. I feel like that's what it is. You know. I don't know. I guess maybe nobody cares about your phone. Ooh, it has some really good stuff on it though. Okay, all right, all right. Stop sending Cat Lady those pics. You haven't found it yet. Well, of course, Sean. Of course. Makes sense. Oh, Ron, you're still in the chat. I knew I had to do something. I knew I had to do something. Ron says, Albert, I will lose my ish if Sean and Belle gets back together because why did they divorce? How could he even look at her or even touch her after her sleeping with EJ? Um, because he slept with Jada? Like, because you slept with Jada? Oh, I'll send those pics right in the trash. Kelly, what are you talking about? What pics are you talking about? Hey, what are you talking about? Okay, yeah, this is a good one. Johnson says Haley will appear to have a pregnancy complication if she's actually pregnant. Yeah, no, I'm just like, what kind of um what kind of fake blood is she going to be using and everything, right? Are you talking about this one? Listen, he looks like Jason. Okay, I understand. He looks exactly like Jason. Look at that. That is straight up Jason. You're not going to tell me that that's not Jason. He looks like Jason and Jack's fused. Okay, that's what he looks like. Yeah, he looks like Jason. I mean, you don't think that he looks like? Blackmon said, "Take that shit down." He does not. That's one of the good one. Freddie says Jason's barely smiling, so he needs his eyes checked as well. Right. I said he looks a little bit like Jason. Okay? He looks a little bit like Jason. Just a tap it. Oh, us. Oh, this one. Come on, Freddie. This is just because Ron really wanted another picture. just because Ron wanted, one more for you, Ron. I guess that's what they call chemistry. Krista says that guy looks nothing like Jason. I think he kind of does. He looks a little bit like him. I can kind of the hairstyle and everything. Johnson says, "I'm sorry, Albert, as your Michael Bowen, I have to attest that the guy in the picture does not look like Jason." All right. Well, old school Cynthia Watros. That shit. Oh, what the hell? There you go. That is going to stay in my Rolodex for a minute. Ron says, "Bad move and go by the eye specialist and get your eyes examined." Yeah, that's what I said. Cynthia Watros back in the day. That chick was kind of a dime. Like shit. Okay, let me take that off because I'm getting distracted now. No, not Black Mon, not really, but she looks good in that dress. I'll say that much. I give her props. Huh? I forgot about this one. This is an interesting picture. That's not the picture I wanted though. I kind of picked that one by accident. Okay, there you go. I swear, I don't know how people have the time to sit there and come up with pictures like this. I mean, it looks so bad. It looks so bad. Johnson says, "Were you able to find the Sotna promo for?" No, I'm gonna have to look for it tonight. I think I kind of drank a little bit too much yesterday, and then if you find it, we should watch it on Sunday. Dante looked like he has gas. I think they're interesting pictures. Oh shit! Krista said Dante looked like he ate taco. Kylie, you stop it. Highland said Jocelyn looked like she might be in labor. Okay, let me take those pictures off. Oh, I gotta find it first. Oh, there we go. Anyway, that was fun. Just I thought they'd get Dante more involved with Gio's story instead of Joss. Island says Gio has no story. Krista says the fake blood on Jocelyn's stomach is hilarious. Ex- exactly, Jonathan. That's the. You should see some of the stuff with Young and Restless. Just that, yeah, they made Geo boring now. Well, the thing is just they made, they're gonna have him involved with Emma and the whole, trying to bring down Dalton. So they're gonna give him something to do. Krista says, "Did you see the previews for GH?" Yeah, but I kind of forgot them, so I'm probably gonna have to watch it again. Freddie says those pictures literally had me in tears. Oh my God, Albert, those are hilarious. That's what you call clickbait. She ain't doing nothing. Well, I mean, she's cozying up to Dalton and trying to get close to him so she can, make her move and bring him down. And now Gio's gonna sit there and break into the lab for him. For her. Cassie from God and Light. Some of y'all seen us pictures. Some of y'all didn't. Just as her lame ass plan, Gio was right. She'd be making it obvious. I can see that. God. Island says Emma has been making no progress at all. Well, I mean, she's trying. She's doing her little thirst trap and everything like that. So she out here. She trying. Okay, I feel like I'm kind of making excuses at this point, but I feel like it may be going somewhere. She's going her and that damn dog. Jess, you know that dog is cute though. You wouldn't get that type of dog though. Just saying, you wouldn't get that type of dog. Oh, okay, damn. Thought you like dogs, Jess. Kelly says, "Not my cat is freaking me out because she's looking at something I can't see." Like, girl, tell me something. It's okay. It's oh Lord, you can't use that one. Yep, that one works. Krista says, "I think Emma is undercover." Graham TV said that he thinks that Emma is what do they call it? The DVX or whatever. Emma's purpose is to get Gio and into trouble. Into trouble. I forgot what I've never actually went to the Outback. Never went to the Outback. I went to Olive Garden though. I know somebody in this chat does not like Olive Garden, and her name starts with a J, but I love the Olive Garden. J Blue says so. Brit is working for someone else too. You, Jess, you. Like I was trying to be sarcastic about it. You. Thank you. I love the Olive Garden too. Island said I heard that the food is not very good at Outback. If it's not Italian, you know. Calorie says OMG. Their pasta is on point every goddamn day. Pretty says Olive Garden is good. I love their chicken Alfredo. I never had their chicken Alfredo, but yeah, Olive Garden is good though. Just says I haven't had the Olive Garden in years. Okay, I'm gonna leave that alone. Leave that alone. Because we here to talk about the soaps, and that's what we're gonna talk about. You know, I actually like Sitwell. I like Sitwell. I actually Ariana says Olive Garden is amazing. Tour of Italy. I love Olive Garden. I fucking loved Olive Garden. That ass serious. But I like Sitwell though. I like Sitwell. I do. I like Crystal says when is Sitwell going out this I've been waiting for that shit for a hot minute. I'm like, Sitwell, you need to bring the pain to Sunny. Okay. That man decided to sit there and kidnap your son. Where's the payback at? Jonathan, she set herself up as disappointment the minute that she decided to get back with the man who literally caused her to have what was it called? Heartbreaking syndrome? Heartbroken syndrome or something like that. So it was going after everyone but Sonny. He'll get around to him. You know, he's a busy man. You know, he'll get around to him. He will. All right. That's the end of that. All right, cat lady. You already know where this is going. Blackman says broken heart syndrome, and Johnson says it's called broken heart syndrome. Yes. Ariana says Taylor was out as soon as she came on set. True. Island says our WSB story is not very well. It's like the writers didn't know what to write. They all had stickies, not about different plot, and just rearrange and mess of a story. Ain't that a Johnson says, and Taylor originally said she didn't need no man. Yeah, okay. Just like Sharon sat there and said, well, I chose not to sit there and get married and have kids. I'm like, Sharon, and this is from Beyond the Gate, Sharon. I'm like, Sharon, you didn't choose that shit. Okay. Men just didn't want to with you. Let's be honest. Um, you and Sharon, whatever the hell your goddamn name is, I mean, not Sharon, Tracy. I said in my goddamn in my what you call it. Oh, cat lady, you still in here? Cat lady, let me know if you're still in here. I need to play you something. Uh, Krista says I read they all say that isn't that why Carly took back the Spencer last name? Yeah, sure. Okay, so you're in here, Callie. Okay, so I need you to sit there and pay attention to this. I don't know if I showed you this last time, but just for shits and giggles, we're gonna watch it one more time before I take this off.
If you force me to tell the truth about my father, you can be damn sure I'm gonna tell the truth about you too, Ava. Don't threaten to touch me!
So, yeah, just wanted to clear that up. So Christina laughing makes I mean Christina screaming makes you laugh. Okay, interesting. But is it though, Jonathan? Is it? Because you saw the previews, we pretty much said yes to the proposal. I just I had to show it, Ariana, because you have people sitting there, saying like, oh well, she lightly touched him. She lightly touched on Christina. I'm like, no, she didn't. Barry says, how do you feel about Derek and Ashley today? Honestly, I'm on Ashley's side. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right. We just says Derek is a loser for that today. What? I got a second. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. I was about to sit there and show y'all something, but hold on. You're on Ashley's side today? Why are we on Ashley's side? I'm very curious about that. This girl clearly seemed like she didn't know what she wanted, right? How many times was she sitting there going at the Shanice? You do bring the receipts. I got to. I gotta bring the receipts, Ariana. Just are you no? Are you serious? This chick don't know what she wants, right? How many times? How many times was she sitting there going at the Shanice? It was not a grab. It totally was a grab. That's why her arm pulled back. That's why her arm pulled back because she literally did this. She grabbed her and said, "Where are you going?" And she said, "Don't touch me." So she pulled back. It was gravity. Are you, are you joking? Are you serious? He's joking. You serious? Ron says if Lee do confide in Sheila about, she's not going to. Ron. She's not going to. She's not going to confide in Sheila. Don't trust her. Spiker says Ashley treated Derek like crap, and Derek was seeing Shanice for a bit, and he knows Ashley is into Andre, then asks for a second chance. She does. She doesn't know what. That's because she could. That's with somebody else. Kelly says Ava touched her chicken ass Christina arm, her pulled away like Ava was about to do. You just proved my point. What are you talking about? Did you? Okay, I'm gonna show this shit one more time. Take a look at her. And by the way, even Catley arm away. Yeah, I did. Okay, so you trying to be the jokester. But here's the thing, though, Spy. It doesn't matter. If I'm not jealous. It's not gonna matter. If I don't have feelings for somebody, if they decide to start twerking in front of my goddamn face, if I'm not jealous, it's not going to matter. That's no. We're not going to shift. We're not going to shift responsibility, Spider. That's she pulled. There you go. There you go. Good. I'm glad we. So what Cat Lady really said was that I was right. I was right. Okay. Does anybody else? Okay. Because Johnson says we're experiencing technical differences as the streaming breaking up on my end. Go, 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 go. No, that's not what we all said, but go ahead and live in your tiny head that we're cold. What the? Justice is breaking up for me too. Okay, it's not breaking up on my phone. It's not breaking up on my phone. Does anybody else? Cat Lady's being the bad girl. Okay. All right. I think we're good. On my phone, yeah, it is, a little kind of crappy outside, but okay. Hmm. So yeah, like I said, bottom line is Cat is Smith and Cat Lady Smith is saying that I'm right, she's wrong, and Freddie just Smith is just joking along. So glad we cleared that up. Jonathan, we good, right? I know Freddie, that's why I love him. Uh, Spidey, you're still in the chat, right? Okay. So Kelly T, Kelly T, and Kelly M. Nope. What's good, do I? No, Krista, I'm totally fine. No, that's not true. Kelly is just a very proud, prideful person. Yeah, that's exactly. That's Kristen. That's Kelly T now. Why is it? Okay. I don't know. It's just a good picture. All right. I guess. Well, y'all should probably know on the right on who she is. Well, Chris, Kristen. It depends on where you get it. It depends on where you get it. You know. But Johnson says if Gwen does end up with AJ or somebody else, then it will have no room for jealousy. We all know that Xander and Sarah are going to get back together. This is Auber's Jet magazine collection. don't know where my other pictures went, but okay. Anyway, have you seen Ross and Rachel? They look like Halloween decorations. No, but I was never a Friends person. I was more of a Seinfeld person. Even though in the later seasons, the show started to like go downhill. Oh shit! How do I fuck that one off? Um, yeah, I was more of a Seinfeld person. Like Anthony Sakara, Helena Cassadine, and so many others. Anthony Z. Whatever happened to that actor? I mean, I had an ex girlfriend that used to watch Friends, or she used to have me watch Friends with her. But you know, way possible. Thank you. I would, I've never actually. I mean, live watch Friends, so I don't really have that comparison. Yeah, that's cool, Freddie. That's cool that you used to watch Seinfeld. That's very, very cool. I'm like, what else my goddamn music at? What do you mean that explains a lot? Well, of course, married children. You got to. I'm pretty sure, like, people that are watching it now are probably offended. I still can't believe that chick was upset about Martin. Jay Blue says I watched Seinfeld and Friends after they were in syndication. Chris is out in the chat. What was the last storyline that surprised you? That's a good question because I guess I just feel like, okay, I don't know if soap operas became more predictable or because I've been watching them so long that you can kind of see where stuff is going. And of course, you got the internet spoiling things. You have people that like to spoil things, you know, like, you know, who won on that game show. Freddie says I saw that video about Ari. I felt like, did you see that stupid ass comment that girl wrote underneath my video? I'm like, girl, how many Red Bulls did you have before you watched my video? Because I actually tell you the truth, that's the problem. It's like, girl, nobody was sitting there talking about. Okay, good. I was like, girl, nobody was sitting there talking. Like, I wasn't sitting there trying to silence her. I said that she had a shit take on it. Johnson says, do you think the CW network will shut down next year? I haven't actually watched the CW network in a while, so like I have no idea what they're doing. Like I don't know. I just know it's not. I just know it's not the network that I'm used to. It's not the network that made me kept coming back to watching those good shows after a long hard day. That lady says, and people who are just sour and need to get over spoilers. Ooh, call me sour. Cat lady called me a Sour Patch Kid. Unbelievable. But that's the thing, though, Jonathan. That's the truth of the matter. J. Blue says, I didn't realize the CW network is still around. Are they on cable? No, they're on regular TV. Or what my old sensei used to call peasant TV. Johnson says they show basketball games of the Savannah Bananas. Bananas? What the baseball games of the Savannah Bananas? Hmm. There's the baseball version of the Harlem. Oh, hell no. Sour Patch Kids are cuter. Oh, damn. You really love me. J. Blue says, what channel? I mean, I'm in New York. So for me, it's channel 11. Um, or Pix. So it depends on where you are. Spoilers. Nope, 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 nope. J. Blue says, I'm from Chicago. I don't have cable. Okay. Well, I mean, it's not on cable, so it's just the regular basic channels, really. Whatever your regular basic channels is, 2, 4, 5, 7, which are like 5 channels. But Chicago, okay, Chi-Town. Huh. I used to be able to find so many goofy ass. Yeah, it was like Jim Blue says, I feel like the CW used to be on. Oh, Whack. I heard of that. Jonathan knows his stuff. Okay, so Willow and Nell are supposed to be like, right? So like, I guess it's making sense. Okay, you know what? I feel it. Jay Blue said, I've never seen One Tree Hill. Oh, it's a good show. What was that, Jonathan? What was that other show that was like One Tree Hill, but it wasn't? It was on Fox. Never mind. It was called The OC. I never watched it, but Krista says, why doesn't this show promote mental health care in a more positive way? It's always Halloween horror style. And Island grew up watching the One Tree Hill. Tracy says, never seen Gossip Girl. I mean, I like Gossip Girl, but if I had to choose between Gossip Girl and that's very true, Jonathan. Between Gossip Girl and One Tree Hill, I'm going to pick One Tree Hill. Like I'm going to pick One Tree Hill. That's just yeah. I've never watched the OC before. Yeah, I heard it's nice. It's nice that they're seeing him getting back in the game. Oh my god, did you like it, Jay Blue? Oh, okay, this is good. This man disappoints me every time y'all ask him something. Wait, what did somebody ask me? What did somebody ask me, cat lady? Freddie says, "Although for once, Carly and Michael know the truth that Willow is the reason Sasha and Baby Daisy left poor Charles." I don't remember them actually knowing that. Yeah. Oh, once Carly and Michael know the truth that Willow is the reason Sasha and Baby Daisy left poor Charles, it's over for Willow. She will never see. Oh yeah, no, it's a wrap. Island says Gossip Girl is way too messy. Unpopular opinion. I think that Blair and Chuck were a toxic couple. I don't see the hype. He chose a hotel over Blair. I can remember that. Virgin River actually it looks interesting. There you go. Island says Chuck treated Blair so bad. It's weird. I feel like I would have to go back there. I feel like I would have to go back and watch it. I'm not gonna lie. I really do feel like if I was a YouTuber watching that stuff back then, there's when I look at these soap operas and stuff like that, I always sit there and try to look at it from like I always sit there and try to look at it from like two different sides or two different points of views, which is why on one hand I can see why people are upset with Kai. Okay, and that's the thing. I can totally see why people are upset with Kai and why people just like F Kai and da 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 da. But then on the other hand, I can see you know Kai stood for his principles, and it wasn't as simple as well he betrayed his girl over you know over um over Drew. You look at them from other sides. All right. Well, I mean, my point is, cat lady. What I don't tend to do is I don't tend to sit there and look at things from a pure point of emotion. My whole thing is that people don't like Kai because of his loyalty towards Drew, and because of that, they don't want to sit there and seize Kai's point of view. And that's fine. It's whatever. It's a fan thing. I mean, cat lady, you literally sat there and said F his point of view. which means that you weren't even going to sit there and try to look at it. Kristen says, have you ordered your I Heart Kai t-shirt yet? No, Kristen, but I do see it from both points of view though. Oh, he should have that for his lady. Yeah, not if it compromises his principles, right? Yes, he made a promise to Drew. I mean, he made a promise to Trina to not say anything. But then at the same time, he saw that Drew is going to sit there and get persecuted for something that he didn't do. And after all the kindness that Drew has shown him, he couldn't sit there and look at himself in the mirror and say, you know what, I'm going to let him get hit by that bus, even though he doesn't deserve it, because I made a promise. He couldn't look at himself in the mirror. It's very easy to say again, boo boo. You just proved my point. You just proved my point. I mean, come on, cat lady. You wouldn't sit there and compromise your principles for your boyfriend. You wouldn't compromise your principles for your boyfriends and your boyfriend. And if your boyfriend asks for you to compromise your principles, then your boyfriend ain't shit. If Drew hadn't benefit Kai, would he even care? Okay, we can sit there and argue about why, yeah, and that's the thing. Everyone's assuming. That's something else. People assume that Drew wasn't sitting there doing this out of the kindness of his heart. Oh, he had some ulterior motive because he's Drew. He's the devil. The point is that he did right by him. And he couldn't sit there and let him get hit by a bus for something that he knew was wrong. That's what that comes down to. But because people don't like Drew, emotions. Lead with emotions never works out well. Then they would come back and say he didn't have principles. There you go. Thank you, Jay Blue. I meant to write that he wasn't being loyal to Drew. He was being loyal to himself. There you go. There you go. He wasn't being loyal, and that's Jess is probably asleep. But Jess was like, oh well, he picked Drew over Trina. No, he picked his principles over Trina because he realized that he couldn't sit there and keep a pro. But the thing is, people are sitting there coming at him so hard body, like he doesn't understand that he effed up. He knows that he screwed over Trina. But at the end of the day, you got to stand on your principles. Got to stand on your principles. You can't sit there and cave to that shit. Otherwise, you wind up becoming a damn cuck like Doug McBride. Okay? And that is pure emotions right there talking. There you go, boo boo. I love it. I love it. Krista said, I will pick almost anyone over this version of Trina. There you go. Goddamn right that Kyle will be alright, J Blue. Because he will be with somebody that's gonna sit there and respect his principles. You have to sit there and be able to look at yourself in the mirror at the end of the day. Wrong. You're not gonna sit there and if Trina can't see that, I'll actually tell you the truth. Trina isn't there becomes self-righteous. It's like, don't get like seriously, don't get me started on Trina. So that's how I'm looking at it. And that said, Jason, leave Danny for anything or anyone. Oh my God, Cat Lady's so mean, and I love her. Spencer will return. I feel like I almost want to pour. I feel like I almost want to pour another drink when she said that. Uh, that's good. Spencer shall return. Yeah, he's gonna return. That's right, Kristen. Spencer forever, baby. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm not sorry. Justin says that if the mayor returns, do you think he will? Oh, if Dimitri returns, do you think he would try to divorce Glenn? Probably not. Until he has a good plan. I think divorcing her will be more trouble than just staying married to her. I'm sorry, Alan. That's I'm sorry, Alan. That's the alcohol talking. That's not me. That's the alcohol talking. I just, I mean, the thing is, Island, if they recast Spencer, that'd be great. I don't, I never liked when they killed off Morgan. The thing is, I never liked when they killed off Morgan like that, no body and stuff like that. So if they do bring back Spencer, I'll be cool with it. Um, I just want y'all to know y'all not getting Nicholas Chavez. That's my whole thing, Island. But that's the thing now. Jay Blue said blame it on the. I mean, it's true. It's true. It's true. It's not me talking. That's the alcohol talking. Island says I hate Morgan. Oh, Morgan could still be alive. We don't need him, just a character. Yeah. But that's the thing, though, Cat Lady. That's something you got to really sit there and question. Because okay, it's Nicholas Chavez that actually brought that character to life, right? Lightning doesn't strike twice. Well, that's true. I don't know. Word association, my brain works that way. Lightning doesn't strike twice. So, okay, we got a great recast on Michael. I may not be so lucky with Spencer. I may not be so lucky with Spencer. If, if we're gonna keep that shit 100, I may not be so lucky with Spencer. So, like, I'll be okay if Spencer's recast. Y'all better hope it's a good recast. Kristen says yes, the character will do it. It is trash that we have to lose the character because of the actor. That's true. Harry says it's fine. We need the character. We don't know who may land, and if so, we get we get four new ones like Molly. Island says, "What is some bad recast? The Molly recast was bad. The Jack Brennan recast was bad. Um, it was that Carly that was a bad recast. I know the one I'm talking about." Justin says that the actor who played RJ on B&B was cast as Spencer. He could surprise you in a good way or a bad way, Jonathan. In a good way or a bad way. Freddie, you know the Carly one I'm talking about, right? Oh, yeah. Wait, you remember the third Carly? in a good way. Are you serious? Are you joking, John? I think you're serious about that. Okay. Kristen says Christina has to be the worst recasting. You mean the worst you've ever seen, Kristen? The worst you've ever seen? Oh yeah, you know about the other girl. Exactly, Duane. That's what he's saying. Like, I think her name was Jennifer something, right? Jennifer Bradford, right? Now, I didn't call her this. Okay, this is what the internet called her. I didn't call her this, but they said that Carly, the Jennifer, that Carly, they called her. They called her horse face Carly. Yeah, Renford. Yeah, they called her horse face Carly. I didn't say that. That's that. They called her no doubt. They called. Yeah, I didn't say that, Kylie. That's what the internet said. But yeah. They called her car. They called her horse face. That's what they called her. We not gonna sit there and try to sugarcoat that shit that people said that I didn't say, but they said that. Her face is super long. Yeah, exactly, like a horse. This, I mean, it's not fun. That's what they call her. I mean, listen, saying with like she got fired. Maurice Bernard was being blamed for it. And he was like, I didn't say that. I'm not the one that wanted her fired. Like, don't put that shit on me, pretty much. It took 3 recasts to get Molly Ray. And you think they're gonna get do you think that RJ from B&B is actually gonna do against Spencer? Most people didn't even like him as RJ. We're gonna be honest, most people didn't like him as RJ. Kristen says the actor can make a real difference. I totally agree. If not for the creation of Patrick Drake, I would never have cared about Robin. Yeah, yeah, I agree with that, Alan. Johnson says he could. Okay. Uh, see, that's see, uh, that's what Johnson said. Johnson's like the actor from Bold and the Beautiful that played RJ could be a great Spencer. Okay, all right. Let's do this, Jonathan. Let's do this. I'm not supposed to say that. Tracy says, "Can you do a poll?" No, I can't do a poll, but I can do something better though. I can do something better. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna do something a lot better. One second. Oh, Okay, Jonathan. All right, let's put that little theory to let's put that theory to the test. One second. So, Johnson said the actor that played on, RJ on B&B could make a great Spencer Cassidy. Yeah. So, is anybody going to sit there and believe that he could be the next Spencer? Hmm? You know, Freddie, I gotta find that clip. I have to find that clip. Thank you. I've been meaning to find that clip for a hot minute, and I keep forgetting. Kristen says, "Why is his mouth open?" Yeah, I don't. Well, no, 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 Kristen. Let me ask you a question. Do you think that he could be a good Spencer Cassidy? And thank you for reminding me, Freddie. I got to look for that clip because that was bad. Nope, not with Trina. So Tracy's unsure. Island says, I mean, in recent years, I wanna maybe if he has some coffee. So this is your next Spencer Cassidy. Y'all cool with that? Yeah, Chris. I mean, y'all cool with him being so Alan pretty much is like nope. Let me know if you can sit there and picture him being. People says his pictures and he looks nothing like Nicholas. I don't even remember Nicholas Chavez actually looking like Nicholas, but um, you know, that's what I want to know. That was Tracy says, "Do you think they will ever bring Morgan back?" Probably not. I mean, well, I would never say never. I just don't see that happening for a long time. Kristen says, "I would have to see the boy act first." Okay, okay, all right, Kristen. Okay. I don't see. I just don't. And that's the thing. That's another problem, right, Tracy? Like, yeah, it's possible that they can bring him back because, like Jay Blue said, it actually has been a long time, right? No, and that's actually very true, Tracy says. They very, very, very true. Any other candidates for Spencer? Yeah, Jonathan. What else you got? Okay, let me take this picture off. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, I rock with Jonathan. I do. Come on, Kristen. I rock with Jonathan. I do. But Jonathan is still on this theory that Spencer could sit there and take over Sonny's business. Spencer Cassidy could sit there and take over the mob's business. Come on, cat lady, you like this picture. You love me. Oh, Jay Blue, that's Jason Morgan. No, that's Jason Morgan. No, that's Jason Morgan. Freddie says you can pull it up on your phone. All right. Jay Blue says no, it's not. I mean, he kind of looks like Jason. I can look at the hair. Look at the hairstyle. I think you got to, Tracy says, you sure that don't look like? I'm just saying, look at the hair. Look at the forehead. Cat lady, that sassy sense of humor of hers. Jasper Jacks. J Blue says, is that Kelly? Yeah, yeah, exactly, J Blue. This is. I, I think it's a good picture of Jason. Yeah, it's a good picture. How do I take that off? See, they're practically identical. Look at that. Look at that. Y'all couldn't even sit there and tell the difference. Not Jason as Jax. I don't know, Jonathan. That looks like Jason to me. Why is he in pain and he's smiling? Kelly, you don't think that that's a good picture though? And Freddie says that's definitely AI. That doesn't look like AI. The other guy, this is Jason. The other guy was Jax. It's, it, they both look identical. That's my point though. They look identical. Come on, you're not going to sit there and tell me that and this exactly the same, totally identical, totally identical. Like look exactly the same to me. Kristen says, I thought Jason was your boy. I mean, he is. They just. Jay Blue says they have two different facial structures, Albert. Ah, what's going on in these pictures? They have opposite emotions on their face. And Kelly says, "Don't worry, y'all. His eyes appointment is scheduled. They look very similar to me." Cat lady, she got a wicked sense of humor. But it's all good, Kristen. You know how Cat lady is. Fun, fun, fun stuff. Johnson says, "If you say, uh, all right, yeah, end the stream here." Everyone says you're not saying right, Albert. I mean, they look at it a little bit differently. I mean, like, members, I will sit there and see you tomorrow. Cat lady, I hope I get some very fun stuff going on this weekend. If you're not a member, make sure you join. And you're stuck. What she says is that she loves me. That's what Cat lady says. She loves me, and I love her too. Yes, hopefully things improve, Kristen and Eileen. Yes, Jonathan, I will sit there and see you Sunday. I stuck. She really meant she loves me. Yes, have a good night. Have a night, Jess. Have a night, Freddie. Have a night, Ronnie Ron. Have a night, Jonathan. Hmm. Have a night, Tracy Steves. Yes, thank you, Jake. Thank you, Jake Blue, for remembering. Yes, my birthday is coming up the 22nd, so we're gonna have some fun. Have some fun. I look forward to that. And thank you for remembering. Jake Blue says, join us next time for another edition of Soap Chat with Albert Bostic. And Johnson says, good night and hit the like button. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, hit that like button. Thank you, Tracy Stevenson. Thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a good night, Queen Janet. Have a good night, Queen of the South. Have a good night, Amy. Oh, Tracy, I'm doing the birthday stream. Yeah, no, I'm doing the birthday stream. We gonna do that. we gonna do that. We gonna do that, Tracy Steve. We doing a birthday stream. Blue says, I'm a birthday person and share birthdays with two of my friends. Yeah, me and my friend were like a week apart, so we're gonna do something that weekend. But that day we stream. Damn sure streaming. Yes, have a good night, everyone, and I will sit there and see. It's a Friday too. My birthday's a Friday, or your birthday's a Friday. I don't remember what day my birthday is. I mean, I remember what date, but like not what day. Yeah, my birthday's Friday. Okay. Oh, I'm damn sure not going to work on. I'm damn sure not working that day. Oh yes, my birthday. Yeah. All right, so we had some fun. All right, everyone. I'll see you on the next stream. Laters. Oh, your birthday's in December. Okay. Make sure you tell me like that month, so that's why I can give you a birthday shout out. Remind me that month, and I'll definitely shout you out on a date.